Hey, fellow worshipers, we're going to learn how to play a song called Bigger Than I Thought. It's from Passion. I think it's a great worship song. It's not difficult to play. We'll be doing most of the instruction with the song transposed to an easier to sing key of G, but we'll also throw in some hints on how to play it in the original key of C as well. You could probably play the entire song with piano, which is this tone. But there are some places in the song where they utilize a lot of other keyboards. The other tones that I hear when I listen to it is a strong synth pad with a side chain, which gives it kind of a pumping sound. I also hear kind of a bell or an electric piano, an upper octave on some of the accents during the chorus. And I also hear this arpeggiated live string sound during the stronger moments. And they kind of sound like this. So watch along and learn this song, and hopefully you can add this song to your church worship service. Okay, so let's learn how to play the introduction. First, I'm going to show you in the key of G, which is transposed down a fourth from the original recorded key of C, but is much easier to sing, and it's the key that we do it at our church. The left hand just plays single notes, B, C, and D, and the right hand plays an arpeggiated part based on the chords G, C, and D, and kind of goes like this. So let's break that down. The right hand for the first chord, which is a kind of a G first inversion, plays B, D, G, B. For the second chord, which is kind of like a C2, but then has a passing note of a B at the end, kind of sounds like this, C, D, G, B. And then for the last chord, which is a D suspended, we just play with the right hand, A, D, A, D, A, D, A, D. So once again at full speed. And this will be repeated many times through the song and is also the foundation for the verses and the bridge, the same chords. So you will have learned a lot of this song when you learn that part. When we get into verse number 1, and note that we will do all of the key of C instructions at the end of the video. So as to not to cause confusion, we'll start with the key of G and then have the key of C instruction later. Here's the verse in the key of G. The same chords in the same hand position. Left hand still single notes. Speak to me when the silence steals my voice. You understand me. You understand me. So what we're doing is playing a G first inversion, then a C2, then kind of a D suspended. The notes I'm playing are A, D, and a G. And then we resolve that by changing that G to the F sharp at the end of each line. You understand me. You understand me. F sharp there. Understand me. You understand me. And then we get into the chorus, which the left hand can now play octaves to give it a little bit more full of a sound. I throw all my cares before you. My doubts and fears don't scare you. Your bigger than I thought you were. You're bigger than I thought. So let's see what we're doing in that first half of the chorus. Left hand is pretty simple, just playing octaves. Right hand is playing these chords that could probably be played in any inversion, honestly. And then the fourth chord, which is an E minor, there is a lead line that is 4 notes in this section. And these notes are B, D, G, A. So it sounds like. Then we go to the next chord. So together, I throw all my cares before you. My doubts and fears don't scare you. You're bigger than I thought you were. You're bigger than I thought. So that's just a D suspended to a D. So I stop on negotiations with the God of all creation. Okay, this one's slightly different. They add 1 note to the end of that lead part. So where we had the B, D, G, A, now we add a B at the end, right when we hit our next chord, which kind of makes this C into a C major 7. So I stop on negotiations with the God of all creation. You're bigger than I thought you were. Then D suspended, and then resolve, right back into the intro. If you have the ability to add pads and other things. Second verse, just like the first, simple chords. I believe, but help my unbelief. Just remember to add that little F sharp single note with the right hand at the end of each phrase. We get into the second chorus, and it's the same thing as the first chorus. My cares before you, my doubts and fears don't scare you. You're bigger than I thought you were. Bigger than I thought. So I stop on negotiations. The God of all creation. An extra note, that B, suspended and resolved. Back to the intro. Then for the bridge, we're going to use the same chords we used in verse 1. I will rest in the Father's hands. Leave the rest in the Father's hands. You can add some pad as that part builds in intensity. And that's it. Now let's talk about playing this song in the original key of C. So for the intro, left hand is playing the notes E, F, and G, as the right hand is playing kind of a E first inversion, F2 chord, and then a version of a G chord. So the intro is like this. Hopefully you can get all of that. The first pattern is E, G, C, G. Second pattern is F, G, C, G. I'm sorry. The second pattern is F, G, C, E, kind of a passing tone. D, G, D, G, D, G. And once again, this will be the same chords for the verse. Speak to me when the silence steals my voice. You understand me. You understand me. Just the G suspended, then resolve it. we get to the chorus, my cares before you, my doubts and fears don't scare me. So that lead line there is E, G, C, D. And when you do it the second time, you'll add one extra note at the end. E, G, C, D, E, which will be kind of part of the next chord, and F, which will be kind of made into a major seventh. So the chorus again, I throw all my cares before you, doubts and fears don't scare you. You're bigger than I thought you were. You're bigger than I thought. So I stop all negotiations with the God of all creation. Here's kind of that last note of the phrase, but in F major 7. Thought you were, you're bigger than I thought. Right back into the turnaround. And once again, second verse like the first, second chorus like the first. The bridge is like kind of the first verse. These simple chords, the G suspended and resolved. And there you have it in the key of C.